this one started, and we are underway on a Monday night. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 4. Check 4. 24. 64. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Watson just beating the play clock. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, check. Undercut.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Breeze now on 1st down. Ginn has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Breeze throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd and short. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here, 21.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing now is Breeze. Gonna throw, and he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his second touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Miller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 47 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. After 14-6 our score on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up second down. Well, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't know what...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive.
Ready. 5-9. Check, 41. 5-9. Watch it. You're good. 5-4. Ready. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And now they're in.